Have you ever considered whether some of the habits you've cultivated over the years might be subtly compromising your quality of life? As we age, certain behaviors that once seemed innocuous may be depleting our energy, impacting our relationships, and preventing us from fully engaging in life. However, what if I informed you that liberating yourself from just a few of these habits could greatly enhance your emotional well-being, health, and overall happiness? In today's discussion, we will uncover 7 essential actions you should cease immediately to reclaim control over your life. Each of these habits may be hindering your progress in ways you never anticipated, influencing everything from your interactions with others to your perceptions of physical and emotional health. These 7 insights will empower you to maximize your later years. Stay with us until the conclusion, as by eliminating these behaviors today, you will not only extend your lifespan but also enrich the quality of your years with wisdom, independence, and genuine fulfillment. Whether it involves restoring your voice, re-establishing connections with those around you, or rediscovering the joy of living, every step we take together can lead you to a more fulfilling and rewarding future. It's important not to overlook the potential that lies ahead. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly encourage you to do so and activate the notification bell to ensure you stay updated with all our content. Your support is greatly appreciated, and if you found this video beneficial, you can assist in disseminating these important lessons by liking and sharing it. If the topic resonates with you, please indicate with a 1 in the comments. If not, a 0 will help me understand how to enhance my content for you. Now, let us commence. Prepare yourself, as the information you are about to receive has the potential to transform your life. We will explore the 7 behaviors you must cease immediately. These actions, often performed unconsciously, are gradually depleting your energy, undermining your peace, and, perhaps most sadly, creating a barrier between you and a life filled with genuine fulfillment and happiness. This involves more than merely implementing minor adjustments. This is about reclaiming authority over your life, your feelings, and your future. It's essential to cease merely existing and begin living purposefully. The first step you must take right away is to stop accepting everything others say without scrutiny. Reflect on this. How frequently do you find yourself agreeing just to maintain peace? How often do you suppress your thoughts and emotions to prevent any disruption? It is a common experience, particularly as we age, to find ourselves conditioned to think that maintaining harmony requires silence, agreement, and avoiding conflict. However, the harsh reality is that each time you consent to something that doesn't resonate with your true beliefs, each time you say yes while your inner self protests no, you are diminishing your self-worth. You are relinquishing parts of yourself gradually, until one day you may awaken and struggle to recognize who you have become. You might believe that conforming to others is a strategy to evade unnecessary tension or drama, but in truth, you are sacrificing something far more precious: your voice. When you cease to question and stop advocating for your convictions, you permit others to dictate your life choices, granting them the authority to make decisions on your behalf, whether they are aware of it or not. This is a gradual and painful path to losing your autonomy and identity. It is a common misconception that with age, one's opinions and decisions lose their significance. This notion could not be further from reality. The wisdom and experience you have gathered throughout your life are of immense value. They provide you with a distinctive perspective and a profound understanding that younger individuals often lack. It is essential to recognize the importance of your insights. It is essential to recognize the importance of expressing oneself, especially when you carry a wealth of experiences and insights. Reflect on those moments when you held back your thoughts, choosing silence over disagreement to maintain harmony. While this may seem like a way to preserve peace, it often results in an internal conflict, diminishing your own sense of tranquility. You have the right to be heard and to influence the course of your life. Your voice is significant, rooted in profound understanding and hard-earned lessons. When you cease to question and begin to conform without thought, you compromise your ability to advocate for yourself and make autonomous decisions. Over time, this can foster a sense of powerlessness, as if life is merely unfolding around you rather than being shaped by your choices. It is crucial to break free from this pattern, to reclaim your voice, trust your instincts, and make decisions aligned with your own values and beliefs, rather than those imposed by others. The second thing you should consider changing is the tendency to withdraw from social interactions. I recognize that as we grow older, the urge to retreat can become quite strong. It may appear simpler to remain at home to sidestep social situations. Social interactions can gradually diminish as the effort required to sustain connections or forge new ones may become overwhelming. However, it is important to acknowledge the reality of this situation. Isolation can take away your connections, your joy, and the fundamental experience of being alive. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons valuable, please comment one below to let me know you are still with me. Loneliness transcends mere emotional distress, it manifests physically as well. Research indicates that extended periods of isolation can result in significant health issues, such as a heightened risk of heart disease, depression, and even cognitive decline. The human brain is inherently designed for connection. We are social creatures, intended to share our experiences, exchange thoughts, and engage in both joy and sorrow together. Isolating oneself from the world goes beyond merely sidestepping social unease. It robs both the mind and body of essential sustenance required for optimal well-being. It is understandable to feel the urge to retreat, particularly during times of low energy or when it seems that commonalities with others have diminished. However, it is important to recognize that you possess valuable contributions to make. Your life experiences, stories, and insights are significant assets that others can greatly benefit from hearing. It is crucial to recognize the significance of interpersonal connections, even if they manifest as a brief dialogue over coffee or a phone conversation with a longtime acquaintance. When one withdraws into solitude, the insidious nature of loneliness can begin to take hold, acting as a gradual toxin that undermines both emotional and physical health. This pervasive feeling can infiltrate various facets of life, often unnoticed at first. Initially, it may present as a subtle sense of isolation, but, with time, it has the potential to evolve into profound and persistent sadness. It is common to feel that something vital is absent from your life. However, the encouraging news is that it is never too late to re-establish connections. You can always reach out to those in your life, be it family, old friends, or even new acquaintances you encounter. Take the initiative to cultivate relationships that bring you happiness. Step outside your comfort zone, even if just slightly at first. Consider attending that social event you've been hesitant about, or pick up the phone and reach out to someone you've been meaning to contact. It has been some time since you reached out, and you may find that rekindling those connections can significantly enhance your emotional state. It's important to recognize that true fulfillment comes not from constant company, but from engaging in meaningful exchanges that add depth to your life. Whether it's a heartfelt discussion with a friend, participating in a community group, or being more attentive to those around you, fostering connections is essential for your overall health. Do not allow solitude to deprive you of this. You are worthy of feeling connected, appreciated, and acknowledged. It is important to reach out and reconnect, allowing yourself to engage with the world once more. You may discover that the joy, peace, and fulfillment you seek are nearer than you realize. It's common to feel that forming new connections becomes more challenging with age, or that friends have drifted away or are no longer present. Such feelings of isolation can lead to the misconception that a solitary existence is your only path. However, this is far from the reality. There are numerous avenues available to maintain connections and rediscover the richness of human interaction. You need not succumb to loneliness or accept days spent in solitude. Consider joining a community group, enrolling in a recreational class, exploring a new hobby, or utilizing technology to stay in touch with loved ones, regardless of distance. The possibilities are present, ready for you to seize them. Each interaction, regardless of its perceived insignificance, contributes significantly to the well-being of your heart, mind, and spirit. These moments of connection, laughter, and shared stories provide essential nourishment for your well-being in ways that may not be immediately apparent. They serve as a reminder that you are part of a greater whole, that your life continues to hold immense potential, and that your value remains intact. If you find yourself withdrawing from others or opting out of social engagements due to feelings of overwhelm or disconnection, it is crucial to reconsider. Engaging with others is a vital component of aging gracefully and living a life filled with joy and purpose, even in later years. Do not allow the misleading comfort of solitude to overshadow the laughter, conversations, and warmth that await you. You are worthy of these experiences, and the world is eager to hear your stories and insights. Now, let us address the third matter, ceasing the neglect of your physical health due to the belief that it is too late to effect change. This mindset represents one of the most perilous and discouraging traps we encounter as we grow older. It's all too easy to think that because your body has endured so much or because you're not as youthful and vigorous as you once were, it no longer matters. Perhaps you've convinced yourself that exercise won't yield any results, that healthier eating is futile, or that those medical appointments you keep delaying aren't significant. However, I assure you, this could not be further from reality. Regardless of whether you are in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s, it is never too late to begin caring for your body. Small, deliberate changes can still lead to a remarkable improvement in your quality of life. Every bit of effort is valuable. A brief walk around the block, some mental exercises, or even basic balance activities can significantly enhance your mobility and lower the risk of falls. These activities are not merely repetitive tasks, they are essential actions that contribute to your autonomy and enhance your strength and capability. It is crucial to recognize the significance of these small self-care practices, as they can profoundly impact your life. Additionally, your dietary choices significantly influence your daily well-being. A nutritious diet filled with whole foods and plenty of water can provide you with energy you didn't realize you were missing. It can help stave off chronic diseases that become more prevalent in later life, such as diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease. Imagine how much better your days could feel if you had more energy, fewer aches and pains, and the assurance that you're giving your body the fuel it needs to function at its best, even in this stage of life. However, it's essential to prioritize your well-being. Physical health extends beyond mere bodily function. It significantly influences your emotional state as well. By prioritizing your health, you affirm your worth and acknowledge the richness of life that lies ahead. As your body improves, so too does your mental engagement, leading to a boost in self-esteem and a more optimistic perspective. You will feel more capable, confident, and vibrant, qualities that everyone aspires to possess. This journey is not about reclaiming youth but rather about respecting the remarkable body that has supported you throughout your life. It involves nurturing this vessel with the care it merits, ensuring that the years to come are filled with vitality, energy, and overall well-being. By attending to your physical health, you are making a valuable investment in a future brimming with enjoyable experiences and activities. Connections that enrich your existence are vital, so refrain from convincing yourself that the opportunity has passed or that there is no value in your efforts. Every minor step you take towards improved well-being matters. Whether it's an additional walk, a nutritious meal, or a long-awaited checkup, each step brings you closer to a life enriched with joy, freedom, and the opportunity to appreciate what truly matters. Your well-being is a valuable asset, one that you can continue to cultivate at any stage of life. Do not lose hope. There is so much more to discover, and you deserve to be in optimal condition for it. The fourth aspect you need to address is the tendency to dwell on the past, letting memories of former times overshadow your current life. It's quite common to reflect on significant moments, to cherish the individuals you once interacted with, the locations you visited, and the decisions that have influenced your identity. However, it's essential to recognize this tendency. While memories hold significant value, they can also act as constraints, preventing you from fully embracing the beauty and possibilities of the present moment. Residing exclusively in your recollections, regardless of their sweetness, confines you to a realm that has ceased to exist. The unfortunate reality is that it obscures the joys, opportunities, and experiences that remain available to you. As we age, many individuals succumb to the notion that their finest days lie behind them, believing that the thrill of life has already faded. You may find yourself reflecting on acquaintances from the past, contemplating choices you wish you had made differently, or lamenting missed opportunities. Regret can be a formidable influence that dims the present, rendering it less vivid in contrast to what once was. However, this mindset is profoundly constraining and deprives you of the chance to forge new moments of joy and fulfillment. The past is irrevocable, and while it is essential to acknowledge it, it should not dictate your current existence. If you are still engaged with this message and find these insights valuable, please share your thoughts below to indicate your presence with me. The reality is that the present moment is the only time we genuinely possess. How you utilize the time available to you now is of utmost importance, surpassing anything that has occurred previously. While it is true that the past is unchangeable for anyone, you hold the power to determine how you will navigate today. You can opt to embrace each sunrise, every interaction, and all the opportunities that arise. By remaining fixated on the past, you are, in effect, rejecting the future and the wonderful, unknown possibilities that await you. This is not the conclusion of your journey. Path for you, this is a new chapter, one filled with potential. If you are prepared to embrace it, you may think that being in a later stage of life means there are no more opportunities for adventure, excitement, or growth. However, this is a fundamentally flawed perception. Life persistently presents its opportunities regardless of your age, but it is essential to remain receptive to them. This could involve exploring a new hobby, acquiring a skill that has piqued your interest, or even making an effort to cultivate new friendships. Each day presents a chance for personal development and fulfillment. It is never too late to embark on a new journey, one that encompasses the elements that foster your tranquility and joy. However, it is essential to place the past in its rightful context, allowing it to reside in your memories without permitting it to dictate your current state. Keep in mind that the most rewarding experiences may still lie ahead, provided you are open to them. Now, let us discuss the fifth aspect you should cease: compromising your own happiness and well-being for the sake of others. I recognize that for many individuals, this behavior may seem admirable and even essential, particularly if you have dedicated your life to the role of caretaker, prioritizing others because you felt it was your duty. You might think that your value is linked to how much you can contribute, how many people you can bring joy to, or how selflessly you can support your family, friends, or community. However, it's important to acknowledge a difficult reality: when you consistently prioritize everyone else's needs over your own, you risk losing your sense of self in the process. Even more troubling is that sometimes, the very individuals for whom you are making sacrifices may not fully recognize the extent of what you have given up. You may have spent years, if not decades, caring for others, whether it was your children, grandchildren, spouse, or other family members, investing your energy into ensuring their well-being. In doing so, you may have set aside your own dreams, neglected your health, and postponed your happiness. It is essential to recognize that the time has arrived for you to prioritize your own well-being. Your happiness holds equal significance to that of others, and you have rightfully earned it. The truth is, when you consistently put others before yourself, there comes a moment when your generosity may be taken for granted. People can become so used to your readiness to assist and your tendency to neglect your own needs that they fail to acknowledge the profound impact it has on you. Over time, this can lead to an expectation of your selflessness. This situation arises not from a lack of concern for your well-being, but rather from the patterns you've established that suggest your needs are secondary. This is a precarious position to find yourself in. You have every right to prioritize your health and happiness, and to lead the life you envision for yourself. Caring for yourself is not an act of selfishness, it is essential. Remember, you cannot provide for others if you are depleted. After years of giving, your resources may be dangerously low. It is crucial to recognize your entitlement to seek joy, to nurture your health, and to engage in activities that uplift you. This may involve saying no more frequently, setting clear boundaries with those who depend on you, or dedicating time solely for your own enjoyment. It is imperative that you begin to prioritize yourself. After a lifetime of giving, it is now time to extend that same generosity towards your own happiness. Embark on that journey you've long desired. Dedicate time to cultivate your interests and passions. Allow yourself to rest without the burden of guilt. You are not an automaton designed for perpetual service to others. You are a person. Recognizing your own value in receiving care, love, and happiness is essential. It is crucial to cease prioritizing the happiness of others over your own. You have made sufficient sacrifices. Now is the moment to redirect that love, care, and attention towards yourself. You deserve a life abundant in joy, peace, and the autonomy to live according to your own desires. Do not wait for external validation, grant it to yourself. Today, as you enter this advanced stage, it is essential to confront a challenging and often uncomfortable truth. It is time to stop diminishing your own worth to accommodate others. This may seem controversial or even unsettling, but the reality is stark. While you have dedicated your time and energy to supporting those around you, it is possible that the very individuals you have helped are continuing their lives without considering your sacrifices, showing little to no effort to lighten your load. This is indeed a painful realization, isn't it? For 4 years, you have been the unwavering support. The caregiver is often the individual who readily agrees when others hesitate, yet there is a truth that many may find difficult to confront. Over time, the relentless cycle of selflessness can lead to an unforeseen feeling of resentment. It begins subtly, a mere whisper, but gradually intensifies as you confront the reality of your sacrifices. After dedicating years to the well-being of others, the acknowledgement and support you silently yearned for may remain elusive. The appreciation you rightfully deserve, the affection you have invested in others, has not manifested in the manner you envisioned. And therein lies the dilemma. If you persist on this path of perpetual dedication, not only will you be sacrificing your well-being, but you will also find yourself utterly exhausted, both physically and emotionally. This fatigue will gradually envelop you like a thick mist until one day you awaken and question, what about me? When do I get to prioritize my own life? It is crucial to break this cycle for your own benefit, and this is not an act of selfishness. Rather, it is the most vital expression of self-care you can offer yourself. You must, and you should, place your own needs at the forefront because ultimately, who will look after you if not yourself? Allow those around you to manage their own responsibilities, cease bearing the burdens of the world alone. It is time to focus on your own well-being, as no one else can do it as effectively as you can. Now, let's address the sixth thing you need to stop doing: neglecting your own physical and emotional boundaries. There is often a deep-seated belief that emerges, particularly as we age, which suggests that acknowledging our limitations equates to surrendering to the process of aging. The fear of appearing weak or incapable can lead to the reluctance to express the need for assistance or to admit that certain tasks are no longer manageable. Acknowledging your limitations does not equate to a loss of vitality or strength. In fact, this mindset can be quite perilous. Failing to recognize your boundaries can lead to genuine harm. Striving to maintain the same level of activity you once did, whether it involves lifting heavy objects, keeping up with a hectic pace, or dismissing signs of emotional and physical fatigue, can lead to significant issues. Your body and mind are not the same as they were in your 30s, 40s, or even 50s, and that is perfectly acceptable. Time progresses for everyone, and overlooking this reality is one of the gravest errors you can make. Reflect on this. How many individuals have you encountered who overexerted themselves, ultimately resulting in significant injuries or health complications that could have been prevented? How many have denied their fatigue, discomfort, or inability to manage a situation independently, only to suffer the consequences? This occurrence is alarmingly frequent. The most significant strength one can exhibit lies not in the facade of invincibility, but in the awareness of when to pause, seek assistance, and acknowledge that enough has been accomplished. The truth is that attempting to maintain the vigor of youth, whether by physically overexerting oneself or neglecting emotional strain, can result in severe repercussions. Your body may be communicating that it is essential to decelerate, to rest, and to prioritize your well-being. However, if you continue to disregard these messages, the consequences could be more significant than you might understand. Growing older is not a matter of surrender, rather, it involves adapting, evolving, and welcoming the transformations that accompany the passage of time. It is about respecting the body that has supported you throughout the years and providing it with the necessary care. It entails the realization that true wisdom arises from acknowledging your limitations, rather than ignoring them. By recognizing your physical and emotional boundaries, it is essential to prioritize your well-being, allowing yourself the opportunity to lead a healthier and more balanced life. Acknowledging the need to take a step back or seeking assistance is a testament to your wisdom and maturity. Recognizing when it's appropriate to slow down is crucial, therefore, refrain from exerting pressure to meet the expectations of your younger self. Embrace your current self, enriched by the experiences, knowledge, and resilience that time has bestowed upon you. You have rightfully earned the opportunity to live at your own pace, prioritize your well-being, and savor life without the incessant pressure to exceed your limits. It is essential to release the apprehension associated with seeming vulnerable and to recognize the power that comes from understanding your limits. Recognizing your limitations does not equate to loss, rather, it offers you the opportunity to embrace a more vibrant and healthier life. So, take a moment to breathe deeply. Allow yourself the opportunity to rest and recognize that your value is not solely based on your physical capabilities, rather, it is rooted in the remarkable individual you have developed into over time. No degree of taking a step back can alter that truth. This does not imply that you should cease engaging in the activities you cherish, but it is essential to modify those pursuits in accordance with the present state of your body and mind. Recognizing your boundaries is not indicative of frailty. It is, in fact, a testament to genuine insight. Recognizing that certain aspects may no longer align with your well-being requires both strength and courage, and that is entirely acceptable. Recognizing when to say no or acknowledging that something is no longer suitable for you is not a setback, rather, it is a vital practice of self-care. It is a significant way to honor your physical and emotional health. By understanding and respecting your boundaries, you not only avert potential issues but also conserve your valuable energy for pursuits that genuinely enrich your life and bring you joy. Now, let's address the seventh point: refraining from engaging in sexual relationships due to the belief that you have outgrown them or that they are no longer appropriate for you. This misconception is one of the most prevalent myths associated with aging. It is essential to challenge the misconception surrounding age and sexuality. The notion that desire diminishes with age is unfounded. Sexuality and intimacy can remain integral aspects of life at any age, including later stages. Unfortunately, many individuals overlook this aspect due to feelings of shame, fear, or the belief that they no longer fit within the realm of sexual expression. However, this perspective is misguided. When approached with a positive mindset, sexual intimacy can continue to offer significant pleasure, emotional connection, and physical health benefits throughout life. Regrettably, both societal attitudes and internalized beliefs often hinder older adults from fully embracing their sexuality. Biased society has led us to think that intimacy is a domain solely for the youthful, as if it were a privilege that wanes or vanishes with age. This notion is misleading, depriving many individuals of a vital and enriching aspect of life. In truth, as individuals age, the significance of intimacy can deepen considerably. The physical closeness evolves into a profound connection that transcends the mere act, focusing instead on touch and emotional bonding. These elements are vital for sustaining a high quality of life. Sexual intimacy encompasses more than just physical pleasure. it embodies the essence of feeling connected to another person and sharing experiences that foster closeness. As you progress through life, the significance of joy, warmth, and comfort intensifies, nurturing both your physical well-being and your inner self. Another factor that often discourages older adults from sustaining a sexual relationship is the worry regarding performance or the natural physical alterations the body experiences with age. It is entirely normal for the body to evolve over time, and these changes may influence how you engage in physical intimacy. However, I want to reassure you that these changes do not signify the conclusion of pleasure or intimacy. Conversely, as one ages, there is often an increase in wisdom, leading to a more profound comprehension of personal desires and the means to express them to a partner. Many individuals in their later years discover that they can engage with their sexuality more freely and with reduced pressure, moving beyond the unrealistic expectations of youth regarding performance, appearances, and the notion of doing things correctly. Commence the descent, gradually retreating. What remains is a more relaxed and comfortable approach to intimacy that facilitates deeper satisfaction. It is no longer a matter of seeking to impress others or conforming to external expectations. It involves savoring the experience of being fully engaged with your partner, emphasizing the importance of sharing an act rooted in love, trust, and connection. It is essential to adjust to the evolving circumstances of your body and discover what is effective for you. While things may not function in the same manner as they did in your youth, it does not imply that you cannot still experience a fulfilling and gratifying sexual life. It involves investigating new avenues to sustain intimacy, releasing previous expectations, and identifying what brings you pleasure in the present. This may include enhancing communication with your partner, experimenting with various forms of connection, or fully accepting the emotional aspects of intimacy. The potential for closeness is limitless. The most crucial aspect to keep in mind is that your sexuality is inherently yours. It does not diminish with age. It remains an integral part of your identity, and regardless of your age, you are entitled to experience love, pleasure, and connection. There is no appropriate age for intimacy, nor is there a limit on desire. It is essential to dispel the misconception that you have outgrown this aspect of life. Embrace your sexuality with the wisdom and confidence that accompany aging, and you will discover that it can continue to offer joy, fulfillment, and meaning at any stage of life. Furthermore, the advantages of sexual activity in later years extend well beyond the immediate gratification it offers. Research consistently indicates that engaging in a fulfilling sexual life can significantly improve your overall health and well-being. It extends beyond emotional connections. The physical act itself offers substantial, enduring advantages for both your body and mind. For example, studies suggest that frequent sexual activity can enhance mental health, bolster the immune system, and even lower the risk of heart disease. It is remarkable that through the act of intimacy, one can enhance their body's resilience and vitality. During sexual activity, the body produces a delightful mix of hormones, including endorphins and oxytocin, which are often referred to as the feel-good hormones. These substances are crucial in enhancing your mood, alleviating stress, and fostering a general sense of wellness. Oxytocin is frequently known as the love hormone due to its role in promoting feelings of closeness and bonding with your partner. This suggests that abstaining from sexual activity may lead you to overlook one of your most beneficial natural allies for sustaining both your physical and emotional well-being, as the relaxation and happiness that ensue are significant. Engaging in sexual intimacy can significantly influence your daily life, enhancing your energy levels and fostering a more optimistic perspective. It is essential to acknowledge that there is no universal approach to sexuality, particularly as one ages. Each individual's experience is distinct, and there are no definitive guidelines dictating what your sexual life should encompass as you mature. The paramount consideration is your comfort and satisfaction with your decisions. If sexual desire remains a component of your life, as it does for many, do not allow age or societal biases to sway your perspective. You possess the right to explore and relish this aspect of your existence just as much now as you did in your youth. If you are still engaged with this content and find these insights beneficial, please comment 3 below to indicate your presence and participation. If you find yourself feeling uncertain or apprehensive, it is essential to take the time to gather information and engage in open discussions with your partner. If needed, do not hesitate to reach out to a qualified professional. Numerous resources and options are available to assist you in navigating the physical changes that may accompany aging while still enjoying a fulfilling and active sexual life. Remember, this aspect of your identity is crucial and should remain a source of joy, comfort, and satisfaction at any age. Life continues, and the pleasures it offers, be they emotional, intellectual, or physical, need not cease. As we conclude this discussion, it is vital to reflect on the habits we have examined. These habits may have appeared harmless or even necessary over the years, but in later life, they can hinder a fulfilling and joyful existence. The reality is that this stage of life is not about slowing down or surrendering. It is about embracing a new kind of freedom and a fresh phase filled with possibilities. By ceasing these 7 behaviors immediately, you can embark on a journey to regain control over your life. You will have the chance to rediscover the significance of living with purpose, making decisions that emphasize your well-being and fulfillment. Health and independence. Aging should not be viewed as a conclusion but rather as a new chapter, a period to be experienced with wisdom, self-care, and, most importantly, pleasure. Whether it's the joy found in meaningful conversations, the satisfaction of acquiring new knowledge, or the comfort of close relationships, this stage of life offers significant potential for fulfillment. Embrace it, take these lessons to heart, and allow this time in your life to be as rich, joyful, and fulfilling as you truly deserve. As we conclude this video, remember these insights. I trust that the insights we provided on embracing life more fully as you age have been beneficial. These 7 habits, if not addressed, can impede your ability to live a genuinely joyful and fulfilling life. Now, it's essential to take the knowledge you've gained and integrate it into your personal journey. What has struck a chord with you the most? Please take a moment to contemplate what you've learned today that you will begin to implement. We encourage you to share your reflections in the comments below. It is important to recognize that the opportunity to regain your happiness and embrace a life filled with purpose, wisdom, and joy is always within reach. If you found this video beneficial, kindly share your thoughts in the comments section below. Additionally, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content aimed at enhancing your well-being. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.